Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Donati. In today's lesson, we are going to look at depressants and club drugs. Basically, what are depressants? Depressants are drugs that slow down the central nervous system. Sometimes they're referred to as sedatives. Barbiturates and tranquilizers would be examples of what a sedative is. Barbiturates are prescribed for anxiety or tension. This type of drug will induce sleep or make a person very sleepy. Tranquilizers are used to treat anxiety and sleep issues. Examples of tranquilizers would be Valium, Librium, and Xanax. When we talk about depressants, we need to look at how it affects the brain. CNS depressants refer to the central nervous system depressant. These types of depressants slow down the brain function. They produce a very calming effect and drowsiness. Basically, CNS depressants will increase the activity of receptors for GABA. GABA will increase the brain to slow down. It will slow down the brain to the point where a person will be very relaxed and able to sleep. Just like all types of drugs, depressants pose a real danger if abused. Long term use can cause people to develop tolerance, which means they will need more of the drug to get the desired effect. Now we want to turn our attention to club drugs. Club drugs are named after clubs or raves where they became popular. These kind of drugs are produced in homemade labs. This is dangerous because different types of chemicals will be used in different labs. Some of the harmful effects of club drugs include hallucinations, paranoia, amnesia. Other dangerous situation is when alcohol is used along with club drugs. Many times the effects are unpredictable. In the diagram to the left, you'll see there's like a lot of quick lights, a strobe-like effect, and the that kind of environment will enhance the effect of what club drugs do. So if you're ever in a situation where there's bright, flashy lights, glow sticks, that kind of thing, be leery because there might be club drugs there. Probably the most known club drug is ecstasy. Ecstasy is also known by its scientific name, MDMA. Ecstasy is similar with regards to stimulants. The initial effects of ecstasy can last from 3 to 6 hours. Depression, sadness, and memory problems can last for days or even longer as a person comes down from the drug. This is a point that I want to make when we look at drugs. There are several drugs that could be reclassified and put into different categories. So when we look at ecstasy, it's very similar to what stimulants are. We will look at stimulants in another lesson, but a lot of the drugs will kind of bleed in with other drug groups. But just for understanding, we want to kind of make sure we have a main label for what we use with different drugs. Ecstasy effects also include increased heart rate, nausea, elevated blood pressure, chills, sweating, and loss of appetite. Also includes self confidence, really increases with this drug. And that means a person is more likely to take greater risks than they normally would. The next one we want to look at, the next group we want to look at are date rape drugs. There are basically uh, couple main date rape drugs we want to focus in on. The first one is ketamine, and sometimes it's referred to as Special K, Vitamin K, Kit Kat, Super K, Super Acid. Um, Basically, what ketamine does is it makes you feel detached from reality. So, this would be another example of a drug that we could reclassify. We could put ketamine technically in hallucinogens also. GHB, this sometimes is prescribed to treat sleep disorders. And then the last one is roofies. Basically, doctors will use this to use it as an anesthesia before surgery. Um, There are a couple good rules to follow. When you're out and about, it's important that you use caution when you're out and about. Never be alone. Don't accept a drink from anyone, even people you know. Always have a way out. That means if you're in a real tight situation, make sure you have a way to get out of it. And I'll explain in just a little bit. Talk to your parents and have a game plan to get out of bad situations. So I would encourage you to set up a system with your parents that you could text them and let them know that you're in a real bad situation and they would need to come get you. And you need to make sure that you try to get out of that particular situation as soon as you can. Remember, you are a very valuable person and your safety has to be top priority. With that being said, once again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show.